What's up, Suplex Rumble family? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, smash that subscribe button because we're about to celebrate one of the most inspiring comeback stories in professional wrestling. Bianca Belair, the EST, the strongest, the fastest, the greatest, has returned from injury in the most spectacular way possible. Her surprise appearance at a Netflix event has the entire wrestling community emotional, excited, and ready to see what's next. We're breaking down everything. Let's go! Before we talk about the triumphant return, we need to understand what Bianca has been through, because this comeback story is so much more powerful when you know the full context. Bianca Belair suffered an injury that forced her out of action at one of the most crucial points in her career. She was in the middle of incredible momentum, fan favorite, championship contender, one of the absolute top stars in WWE, and then, injury struck. For any athlete, injury is devastating. But for someone like Bianca, who prides herself on being the EST, the strongest, the fastest, the best, being forced to watch from the sidelines had to be absolutely heartbreaking. Think about where Bianca was before the injury. She was having show-stealing matches, she was consistently in the championship picture, she was representing WWE at the highest level. The woman was unstoppable. She had built herself into one of the most popular, most respected, most dominant performers in all of professional wrestling. Her matches were must-see. Her promos were inspirational. Her presence elevated everyone around her. And then, in an instant, all of that momentum had to stop. Surgery, rehabilitation, uncertainty about when she could return, these are the realities that athletes face when injury happens. But here's what makes Bianca special. Even during her recovery, she remained positive, remained engaged with fans, remained the inspirational figure that made everyone love her in the first place. Through social media, Bianca documented parts of her recovery journey. She showed the hard work, the dedication, the determination it takes to come back from injury. She never complained, never made excuses, she just put in the work. That's the EST mentality. When faced with adversity, you don't fold, you fight harder. And the WWE universe rallied around her. Social media was filled with messages of support, encouragement, and love. Fans making signs saying, "We miss you, Bianca," people sharing their own injury recovery stories and how Bianca inspired them, the wrestling community showing nothing but respect and support. That's the power of authentic connection. Bianca isn't just a performer playing a character, she's genuinely connected with the audience. People relate to her story, her journey, her authenticity. So when she was injured, it wasn't just about missing a wrestler on TV, it was about genuinely hoping someone you care about gets healthy and comes back stronger. The question everyone was asking during her absence, when will the EST return? And when she does, will she be the same dominant force we remember? Well, we got our answer at Netflix, and it was everything we hoped for and more. Alright, let's talk about the moment that has the wrestling world buzzing. Bianca Belair's surprise return at a Netflix event, how it happened, why it matters, and what it means for the future. For context, WWE's partnership with Netflix represents a massive moment in wrestling history and entertainment as a whole. WWE programming moving to Netflix in 2025 is a game-changing deal that puts professional wrestling in front of a massive global audience. So Netflix is hosting this event, and from all reports, it's a star-studded affair. WWE talent, Netflix executives, media personalities, celebrities, everyone's there to celebrate this groundbreaking partnership. The energy in the building is already incredible. People are excited about the future of WWE on Netflix, about the possibilities, about what this means for the industry. And then, things go to another level. According to multiple reports from attendees and media members present, there was a moment in the event where WWE talent was being showcased, celebrating the stars who will be part of this Netflix era. Names are being called, performers are appearing, the crowd is reacting positively. And then, the energy in the room shifts. There's a moment, witnesses describe it as electric, where you can feel something big is about to happen. The anticipation builds. And then, the place goes absolutely insane. We're talking standing ovation, cheers echoing throughout the venue, people pulling out their phones to capture the moment, pure electricity in the air. The surprise was perfect. Most people in attendance had no idea Bianca would be there. The element of surprise made the moment even more powerful, even more emotional, even more special. Now let's talk about Bianca's presentation in this moment, because every detail matters. According to those who witnessed it, Bianca looked incredible. She walked out with that signature confidence, that EST energy, that presence that makes her one of the biggest stars in wrestling. The body language told the story, she's healthy, she's ready, she's back. No hesitation in her step, no tentativeness in her movement. This was the Bianca Belair we remember, full power, full confidence, fully returned to form. Her facial expression was everything. You could see the joy of being back, the determination to reclaim her spot, the gratitude for the reception she was receiving. It was authentic emotion in a perfect moment. And when she acknowledged the crowd, when she took in that reception, that love, that support, you could tell this meant everything to her. Reports suggest she may have addressed the crowd, and while we don't have exact quotes, the sentiment was clear: the EST is back, and she's ready to remind everyone why she's the strongest, the fastest, the best. But here's why this Netflix appearance is so significant beyond just the return itself. First, it positions Bianca at the forefront of WWE's Netflix era. She's not just coming back, she's being presented as a key player in this new chapter of WWE history. Second, it shows WWE's confidence in her. They could have had her return on regular programming, but choosing this major Netflix event for her comeback? That's a statement about how important Bianca is to WWE's future. Third, it creates massive buzz. Entertainment media, wrestling media, social media, everyone is talking about Bianca's return. That's the kind of mainstream attention that elevates not just Bianca but WWE as a whole. The Netflix platform gives WWE access to a global audience in a way that's unprecedented. Bianca being part of that launch, being featured so prominently, positions her as one of the faces of WWE moving forward. This isn't just a return, it's a coronation. WWE is saying Bianca Belair is one of our biggest stars, and the Netflix era begins with her at the forefront. To truly appreciate this comeback, we need to understand Bianca Belair's incredible journey to this moment, because her story is one of the most inspiring in modern wrestling. Bianca Belair didn't take the traditional path to WWE stardom. She was a world-class athlete, track and field star, CrossFit competitor who brought that athletic excellence to professional wrestling. When she started her wrestling journey, she had the athleticism, but she had to learn the art of professional wrestling, and learn she did. Through countless hours of training, through dedication and determination, she transformed herself into one of the most complete performers in the industry. Her progression has been remarkable, started in developmental showcasing raw athleticism and potential, then began developing her character, the EST persona that's become iconic. Then the in-ring work elevated to main event level. Then the promo skills developed, making her as compelling on the microphone as in the ring. Then championship success, proving she belongs at the very top. But what makes Bianca special isn't just the athletic ability or the championships, it's the authenticity. Bianca Belair the person and Bianca Belair the character are aligned. The confidence, the work ethic, the determination, the positivity, that's real. She's not playing a role that's completely different from who she actually is. She's amplifying her real personality and letting it shine. That authenticity creates genuine connection with audiences. People believe in Bianca because she's being her authentic self. Let's talk about her impact on women's wrestling and representation. Bianca is a black excellence personified. She carries herself with pride, represents her community with dignity, and shows young girls, especially young black girls, that they can be anything they want to be. She shattered glass ceilings, main event WrestleMania, held multiple championships, and done it all while being unapologetically herself. That matters. That inspires. That changes lives. I've seen stories from parents talking about how their daughters look up to Bianca, how she's inspired them to be confident, to work hard, to believe in themselves. That's the power of representation. That's the impact of having diverse stars at the highest levels. In the ring, Bianca has proven she can have incredible matches with anyone. Power matches against strong opponents? She delivers. Technical showcases? She can go hold for hold. High-speed athletic contests? She's one of the fastest in the company. Storytelling matches with emotional depth? She understands psychology. She's had show-stealing performances at WrestleMania. She's had incredible championship matches. She's elevated opponents and made everyone she works with look better. She's consistent, reliable, and excellent. Multiple women's championship reigns. Royal Rumble winner. WrestleMania main eventer. She's accomplished more in her relatively short career than many wrestlers accomplish in a lifetime. But here's what I love most about Bianca: she's not satisfied. Even with all her success, she's constantly working to improve, to evolve, to get better. That growth mindset is what separates good wrestlers from legendary wrestlers. Her influence extends beyond her own success. She's a locker room leader, a mentor to younger talent, someone who represents WWE with class and professionalism in every appearance. So when injury forced her out of action, it wasn't just about losing a talented performer, it was about losing one of the pillars of WWE's women's division, one of the faces of the company, one of the most inspiring figures in professional wrestling. That's why her return is so significant. That's why people are so excited. That's why this Netflix appearance is such a big deal. The EST is back, and WWE is better for it. Now let's talk about what you, the Suplex Rumble family, and the entire wrestling community have been saying, because the reaction to Bianca's return has been overwhelmingly positive and emotional.